We are back in the house. Today we are going to be talking about the NBA playoffs and why it's a joke and I can't ever watch more than 10 minutes of a game. Anybody that used to watch basketball 10 to 15 years ago knows that basketball nowadays is a joke. And I guess I'm realizing 10 to 15 years ago, what's that, 2005? 2010? No, I'm actually talking 20 to 25 years ago, 95, 96 Bulls era. That was fun basketball to watch. Um, it's insane that if there's a game now you turn on and it's a 10-point game, that's a close game. That's ridiculous. Teams get down 20 points and, you know, back in 1995 to let's say 2005, if you're down 20 points, the game's over. I mean, you're never coming back from that. Maybe one comeback like that happens in a decade or something, like maybe one every couple of seasons. But anybody that watches basketball now knows that they have these 20-point comebacks every other day. It's insane. And I get it that the three ball is way more implemented into today's game, but this is crazy, that I'm supposed to sit there and be interested watching a game with no fans in the stands, and I'm supposed to believe a 12-point game is a close, intense game. That's insane. So, yeah, I mean, it's every game you turn on, I mean, and an 8-point game is very close. I get it. It's 1 3-point away from a 5-point game, but it's also 1 3-point away from an 11-point game. So it's pretty much unwatchable at this point. And this has nothing to do with being woke. This is just, you know, the flow of the game and how it seems like with this participation trophy um, genre that's, becoming, I guess, the norm, that players don't have any pride when it comes to losing games by a bunch. You know, any coach will tell you if you lose by one, if you lose by 100, it's all the same thing. But anybody that plays sports know that that's not true. If you're down 5 points and there's a minute left in the game, you have every incentive to give it your all to try to make it a close game and possibly win the game at the end. If it's a 10 to 15 point game with 1 minute left, you're probably just gonna, let the time expire and, you know, not give any energy or, risk getting hurt. So that's bullshit. Um, whether you win by one or lose by 100 or win by one or lose by one or lose by 100, that's a joke. That's just a way to try to make you feel better and make excuses at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I can't watch the Lakers games, and that's I want to watch the Suns. The Suns are a fun, exciting team. Um, I can't watch the games though because every time I see LeBron, it just makes me think about all the nonsense he pushes and to his credit, his propaganda is working because when people see him, they don't think about, oh, I'm just watching a basketball game. Subconsciously, all that nonsense, that he talks about and that he pushes is in your subconscious mind when you see him. And to his credit, he's making people think about what he wants them to think about. But for people that just want to turn on a basketball game and kind of have their mind not be reminded of propaganda they, have thrown at them throughout their whole fucking day, it just makes you want to turn the game off. So I literally, I can't, I try to, I turn the game on and I literally within 3 minutes, it's off. And that's basically just on LeBron. And I mean, it has nothing to do with thinking Jordan's the GOAT or any of that stuff. It's just, it's unwatchable. So I try to watch the other games when they're on. If you know how all sports work now, and it was never like this before, they literally only schedule one playoff game in each time slot so they can maximize the ratings. Anyone that watches, they figure will watch every game. So there's usually never two games going on at once. So you turn the Lakers game on and, instantly you're thinking about LeBron, you know, talking about how the whole country's racist. You know, that's what comes to my mind. And guess what? There's no more basketball to watch then. So I look for other games to watch later in the day, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't really want to give any business, my business, you know, that, you know, their main goal, it doesn't seem, is to provide the best possible entertainment for their fans. It seems like their goal right now is to be as woke as possible, and it seems like they're trying to win some sort of award for the wokest organization in the whole country. So I'm gonna end this video, but yeah, the NBA is unwatchable at this point. So they need to do something to make these games closer. And you know, I mean, in a capitalistic society, the market dictates how things go. You try to implement rules and all this stuff to try to make things better. That's not how a free open market works. The market kind of takes care of itself. So in the sense of basketball, saying they need to do something about it to make these games closer, I mean, what, it's just going how it's going. You can't implement stuff. In other words, it's something has changed in the player's psyche when they get down, I'd say 10 points or something, where things get out of control really fast. So yeah, go woke, go broke. But you know, I'm sick and tired of watching these games all be blowouts, and then they expect me to sit there and watch, hoping for it to be a what, an 8-point game, so it's close. That's ridiculous.